Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Ba'yishim, Barakah Kodash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Ba'yishim, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who ruled and teach well. And peace and salutations to Yahakim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off with Revelation 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, the elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the righteous 1/3. And this is speaking of that first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven, where you heathen nations are going to be our slaves, building up the kingdom, and shouldest destroy them, which destroy the earth. The end of that first 1,000 years, when the wicked, whom the earth has been given into the hands of, in Job 9 and 24, the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4, you Edomites are gathered up and cleansed from the earth by fire. And after that takes place, there will not be one Edomite remaining on the planet. And the planet will finally know peace once you Edomites have been taken out of the way. Because ever since you came into this little season of your final rulership, beginning with the Renaissance, you've turned this entire planet into a trash can. You've got pollution in the ocean, killing off a lot of marine life. It's gotten so bad that they're even finding garbage in the Mariana Trench, which is one of the deepest underwater trenches on the planet. You've got chemtrails in the sky. You strip mine the land of its resources. You kill off animals in record numbers, which has led to a few extinctions. You've got these GMOs all across the planet giving people cancer, along with cell phone and Wi-Fi radiation giving people cancer. You've broken up the family structure, and you've degraded the relationships between men and women to such a degree that you've got a bunch of sodomites running around and people honestly contemplating having a lifelong relationship with rubber dolls. If you Edomites were allowed to rule indefinitely, you would turn this entire planet into an uninhabitable, desolate wasteland. That's why all praises to Yahweh Ba'yishim Yahushai that we're living in the last seconds of your rulership. The main thing we're waiting for you Edomites to do now is mandatorily implement the mark of the beast, which is the RFID/NFC microchip implant. And then once you do that, shortly thereafter, Yahushai HaMashiach, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, is going to return to save the elect of his people and put the final nail in the coffin of your rulership. And then when that happens, you get to serve that first 1,000 years of your punishment before your cleansing from the earth. And in this video, I'll be profiling this short film titled Our Horizon, which the up-and-coming elder in South Carolina already did a video response to, and it perfectly visualizes how you Edomites have destroyed this earth. And to me, this creature is a perfect representation for the Most High's creation, the planet Earth, which self-rejuvenates itself. You've got those sea creatures in the ocean, such as shrimp, oysters, clams, and lobsters that are bottom feeders and clean up all the garbage down there. You've got the earth and the animals that live on it, the plants and such that grow up, die, and then fertilize the earth with their remains. And then you've got the sky, which is constantly recycling itself through the weather patterns. But then the son of perdition comes along, the son of utter destruction, Esau Edom, who thinks that he is the Most High and can do better than the Most High, and uses his science to just completely throw a monkey wrench in the Most High's perfect creation. That's why everything's turned upside down, and All different ecosystems are on the verge of collapse. Here he comes, the man of the hour. With his blessing, the sword. This is Revelation 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, Esau Edom. Because how did Esau Edom come out? When he was birthed by Rebekah, red all over like a hairy garment. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth and to destroy it, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, Esau Edom's blessing, the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven, and the sword which he would live by. And again, his modern day sword is that gun, and ultimately these nuclear missiles, which he's going to use to destroy himself with. The Most High has you Edomites in a trick bag, as it also says in the scriptures, he that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. Now he pulls out a literal sword. He that liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. Hey, as it says in Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 12, never trust thine enemy, as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. No matter how much you jakes think that you can change Esau by being nice to him, he's still going to have that perpetual hatred towards you and want to take you off from the face of the earth. Who shall pity a charmer when they're bitten by the snake? These Edomites are the perpetual can't-do-rights. You had this tree creature save his life after he tried to kill him, and look how he was repaid with a knife to the back. This is why you Edomites have to be taken off the face of the earth. This is Isaiah 26 verse 10. Let favor be shewed to the wicked, you Edomites, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh. Any other situation besides these Edomites with chains on them and being slaves is going to lead to them going back to their natural nature, to be the sons of the perdition, or the sons of utter destruction, turning this planet into a wasteland. And what did Esau kill this tree creature for? For its heart. Why does Esau destroy the earth? To suck it of its resources and make a profit out of it. Matthew chapter 24, and except those days should be shortened, no flesh would be saved. Point blank, period. And now I'm going to go to this article on tolonews.com titled Mother of All Bombs Caused Illness, Ruined Farmland, Says Residents. And just as that video was a perfect visualization of how Esau Edom destroys the earth, here's a real world example of how Esau Edom destroys the earth. In April 2017, the U.S. Air Force dropped its most powerful non-nuclear bomb onto a Daesh or ISIS stronghold in Nangarhar. Almost 2.5 years after the United States dropped the mother of all bombs, or the Moab, onto a Daesh hideout in eastern Afghanistan, locals say they have been afflicted by many diseases and agricultural lands are not yielding crops. Esau Edom, that red horse using his great sword to take peace from the earth. Tolo News reporter Abdulhaq Amari interviewed residents of Mamand Dara village in the Akin district in the eastern province of Nangarhar. Omari witnessed many children and teenagers suffering from skin problems and listened to many residents speak of the bomb's lasting effects. In April 2017, U.S. forces dropped a GBU-43B Massive Ordnance Air Blast, or Moab, on a Daesh stronghold of caves and tunnels in eastern Nangarhar province. The bomb, nicknamed the mother of all bombs, is one of the most powerful conventional non-nuclear weapons in the U.S. arsenal, according to the U.S. Department of Defense. And this is just me speaking as a man, but the reason I believe this bomb was called the Moab is because it was a warning to the Chinese, who are the biblical Moabites, because China has been making inroads into Afghanistan to mine it for its rare earth resources, and Esau Edom can't have anybody cutting into his profits. Moab is a concussive bomb meaning it detonates above ground rather than penetrating hardened defenses. Anyone within 300 meters will be vaporized, experts say, while those in a 1 kilometer radius outside ground zero will be left deaf. Nangarhar residents said the bomb has had a lasting effect on the area. The mother of all bombs was dropped here, said Pacha Shinwari, a local resident. You can see that the stones can be broken easily. The plants are dry, the trees are dry, and the nearby houses are all destroyed, 40 or 50 of them. The government evacuated the people before the bomb was dropped, but when we came back, we saw that the houses were destroyed, local resident Muhammadullah said. Some teenagers are suffering from skin problems following the bomb explosion. Many diseases have emerged in this area after the bomb was used. Most of them have been skin problems such as acne and skin irritations, local resident John Raz said. The agricultural yields are not the same as in the past. The harvests are lesser than in the past, said Aminullah, another resident. Hey, back in that video. Esau Edom drops his Moab on Nangarhar. And then the agricultural yields have been adversely affected and are not the same as in times past. Esau Edom destroying this earth. Medical doctors and analysts interviewed by Tolo News said the use of such bombs leave an impact on areas where it is dropped. There are some concerns about the emergence of diseases after the use of the mother of all bombs in Aachen, but so far the Public Health Directorate has not recorded any disease that is related to the bomb, said Zahir Adil, a spokesman for Nangarhar's Directorate of Public Health. The bomb has 3 effects. First, it impacts the eyes. People will feel irritation in their eyes. Second, it impacts the inner organs of the people who breathe the air where it has been used. It also impacts pregnant women and newborn babies. Afghanistan is a laboratory now. Third, it has an impact on lungs. Military affairs analyst Atakula Amarkil said. President Ashraf Ghani's advisor and state minister for human rights and international relations, Sema Samar, confirmed that the use of the Moab in Nangarhar has had long-term effects on residents of Momand Dara village. It inevitably impacted the health of the Afghan people, especially in areas where explosives are used a lot, including the mother of all bombs, which has left its mark on the lives of Afghans, Samar said. Hey, as Cornelius in Planet of the Apes said, beware the beast man, for he shall make a desert of his home and yours. Let's get back to these precepts. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Ever since you Edomites got this planet under your subjection, hundreds of millions of people have died under your watch. But chiefly you've touched the apple of the Most High's eye, the true children of Israel, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You've got a lot of blood that you have to pay for. And very shortly, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is going to completely visit you Edomites for your iniquity. And we're living in the beginning stages of that visitation right now. The curses of Deuteronomy 28 are starting to befall you Edomites. Your women are starting to hate you. You're becoming a byword among these other heathen nations. Your birth rates are declining globally. Your economies are on the verge of collapse. And ultimately, nuclear missiles are going to hit wherever you Edomites dwell. And all Edomites in the United States of America are going to be completely wiped off the face of the earth, because 200 million nuclear missiles are going to hit the U.S. and turn it into the biblical lake of fire from sea to shining sea, and then a desolate wasteland afterwards. And then after that nuclear destruction, the only thing you have to look forward to is the elect gathering you up slapping chains on you, and you serving that 1,000 years of hard labor. This is Psalm 9, verse 5 through 6. And then again, after that 1,000 years, you're going to be taken out of the picture completely. Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked whom the earth has been given into the hands of, who has destroyed the earth. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities, dropping atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, bombing these countries around the planet, such as Iraq and Syria, dropping the Moab bomb on Afghanistan. Their memorial is perished with them. And when you Edomites are taken out of the picture, the whole earth is going to rejoice and not be pining for you to come back into power. This is Isaiah 14. I'm going to read verse 5 through 8. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4, Esau, Edom, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Again, those atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the Moab bomb in Afghanistan, GMO foods giving people cancer, chemtrails in the sky, cell phone and Wi-Fi radiation, the list goes on and on. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. And while these other heathen nations are going to serve that first 1,000 years of hardcore bondage and slavery with you, after that first 1,000 years, they're going to be able to go back to their lands, and they're going to see what a righteous rulership actually looks like, because they're going to be governed under the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'Yishim Yahushai. The family structure is going to be back in order, with the man at the head and the woman in order. You're going to have clean air, clean water, and real food to eat again. Verse 8, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. Even nature itself is going to rejoice. Since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. And I'm going to close it out in Psalm 96, verse 10 through 13. Say among the heathen that Yahweh reigneth. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. And those that are saying among the heathen right now that Yahweh reigneth are the elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the righteous 1/3. The men of the Lord going out there on the highways and byways preaching this word, as well as putting up video epistles like this. And where it says, he shall judge the people righteously, Yahweh Ba'Yishim Yahushai is going to judge the people righteously through the nation of Israel. Everybody's going to be exactly where they need to be. You're going to have the 2/3 who are going to be righteous. Above the 2/3, you're going to have the 1/3 that aren't the 144,000. Then above them, you're going to have the 144,000. Then above the 144,000, you're going to have the 12 apostles, which are a part of the 144,000. Then above the 12 apostles, you're going to have King David ruling again, who is also of the 144,000 and a part of the 12 apostles, because he was Peter in the reincarnation, if you can receive it. Then above King David, Yahushai. Then above Yahushai, Yahweh. Everything in perfect order and harmony. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. There are going to be no more chemtrails in the sky. There are going to be no more atomic bombs or Moab bombs getting dropped on the earth. The earth's going to no longer get strip mined for its resources. And there's going to be no more pollution in the oceans. Let the field be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice before Yahweh, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness, and the people with his truth, and destroy those who destroy the earth. So with this video, I hope you sincere Akim were edified, And as always, I'm going to say Ababa Ball, Kwame Asharala. Till next time, Shalom.